Hi. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. This week is actually complicated. Besides finals, this whole week I had the last final lessons. There aren't really exams, but there are final lessons, and of course there were tests and everything, all in 1 week. So it was well, as you can imagine, it was really hard to find a time where I could actually concentrate, and light up a candle, make a cup of coffee, and sit and write. I never do that, but just so you get it, because I was having an illusion that in order for me to actually write, I need to sit and concentrate and write. Apparently, this week proved me that there are no excuses. Let me make my point. This week, my best friend have been asking how's my book going, when will I publish it, and that's a question I get quite often. From them. Of course, I don't have a lot of people who know I actually write. Of course, my best friend asks what is my chapter count. I can't answer, and plus, I told her that for the whole week, I haven't sat and wrote for even once for the whole week. The whole week passed, and I didn't write a single word in my computer. So of course, I told her that I haven't wrote a thing. As I said, some days I think that I'm almost done. Then, just like I said in my previous weekly recap, I changed crucial parts like characters' personality and just dynamics between characters that actually moves the plot. I changed it all in 1 week, and I am back at the beginning, and there's a lot of actual writing that has to be done, like a lot of changing in the actual manuscript. I can't quite tell. I would want to, but I can't tell how and when I'll be finishing it. I have no clear view of how and when. Just now I was sitting and yes, I stared at my working space, and I did do a lot of work. For example, today I wrote a scene that I was putting off for a while. I still haven't finished it, but I actually sat and wrote it because I had a free time. I wrote it here because, as I said, my computer is unavailable. Was unavailable for the whole week, or really for the whole week. So I had no choice but to write by hand. It actually works. It has its cons and pros, and I feel I can't explain it. I think you really have to try it to feel the difference. Computer has a lot of distractions, and I can't quite concentrate on the text while on the paper it's just you and your thoughts. And I wrote something also. I was actually writing a lot of scenes this week. Also, I had a lot of thoughts, and in one hand, I feel I'm almost there, but once again, I say that a lot of times, so they kind of lose its value. But I always, if you maybe watched, I was complaining a while ago that I can't write, that I need time, that it's all because of college. Well, as I said, so I thought that all I need is free time, and then I'll write. While I had these winter holidays, and though I had some time, I did not write a single word. I still don't. Of course, it would be weird if I actually did write something while having no idea what should I write. But once again, I thought I'll have the same thing because that's how I started. But now I have to edit everything, so maybe don't do it like me. I did make the mistake, but that's also delicious. I had this illusion Then this week proved me a bit wrong because, as I said, my computer is unavailable because of my sister's business. She needs my computer. Then these finals, then my violin lessons, piano lessons. So I had everything at the same time, and still I found that it's not really about the free time, because if you think about it, if I think about it, then I have a lot of time with my own thoughts. Like, whenever I have a free minute or even a second, I'm always drawn back to my world, to these characters. Well, I'm always there. If I have time to sleep, even sometimes it happens mid conversation. I try to control it, but sometimes it happens. I sleep there in the middle of conversation, and I'm testing a lot of things without actually having to write them. I think a lot of writers do it. I just spoke it out loud. So maybe I was because there was always something I was complaining about. Maybe that I watched some videos, or I was trying to find what is wrong. Actually, what stands as an obstacle. I guess the only obstacle was the time that I needed to spend with the story, and not the story itself or the external world. Because, as I said, this week was actually complicated. I really did not have time to breathe, I barely had time to eat, and I still found myself in the middle of something. I was rushing to my it's written notebook. I was rushing to my diaries to write this, for example, this dialogue I did not want to forget. And like this, or for example, I was anchoring certain scenes to the music I was listening, in order to not to lose them while I was walking, for example, to the same violin lesson. I think that was a bit of silly of me to actually wait for the perfect moment. There's none. It was always like, it's not the time yet. I have to a bit wait, that's not the time yet, or I still won't write, I still don't know this, I don't have time to fully think about this. So I don't know, for some reason I thought that when I need to solve something, that I need to sit, actually stare into silence and think about it. Even if I probably did it, it probably didn't last, because I don't remember solving any problem in my book like this. So it all actually comes in the most inconvenient. It all comes in the most inconvenient moments. Also, the same thing I think comes with the inspiration, because inspiration as it is rarely comes by its own. Of course, it happens, like this kind of almost like a blast of light inside, and everything like comes together, or you're finding something that would turn or shift your story at some way, in a good way. Those are like, I treat them almost as a gift, but I cannot rely on them. That's something I learned so far. Also, through this year, I maybe not as technical as it might sound, but usually even one sentence, one image can help to write 2 full pages of something that actually helps to reveal something about your story. I always thought that I need, before writing scenes, because why I was putting to off, like why I was postponing writing, or that's not the correct word choice. Anyway, I wasn't writing the things that actually I enjoyed, because I thought, well, I'm still not there. I don't still have the full image of how it will look like or anything. Of course, if it comes to description, it's better to set yourself into the actual scene, to actually feel it. That's something that helps me. But also yesterday, while I was writing that scene, I started with one sentence and the really obscure image. It grew into 2 pages of something I didn't fully imagined, and it all came from one sentence. So I don't. Also, this scene I was postponing as well. I was putting it off as well, because how will I write it? It's not the time yet. Once again, so I think it's really not about. It doesn't. I as well had the illusion that I need to drop. So I need to quit the college in order for me to write. That was a really pathetic excuse that wouldn't have solved anything, because if I don't really have anything to write about, even full day won't fix it. And when I have a full day of something and I have the image, I will find a way to write it down. I will stop in the middle, or in the middle of my way to that violin lesson. I will stop and I will write it in my notes, like in my phone. That's something I am carrying right now through this week. Through this week, I find so many. Like it all feels like all dots are connecting. Of course, then there are characters whose, like I said, I've changed a lot of main characters' personality. Like I said, I turned them inside out almost. I changed their personality completely, and finally the story makes sense. Honestly, because there were so much, there aren't really plot holes yet, because there are this character dynamic hole in the character's dynamic. It kind of it affected the plot, and now that I changed some character's personality, like I said, it's complete opposite. Now it works. Plus, yes, this week I have posted this week as well a video. We are writing and finally bringing that small storybook. We are giving it a physical body. Now that I have finished writing it, I finished editing it. Now my sisters, one draws, one illustrates the story, and the other actually writes, like hand letters it. It finally obtains its vessel, and it is interesting to see once something that I have started writing, and once it was really on. It was, once again, it was obscure. It all felt really. It didn't felt like some fully developed piece. Now it has its own body. So it's also something very interesting I'm observing. Plus, as I said on my last weekly recap, when I said that I did not really want to finish this book because I didn't felt like truly saying goodbye to it, I realized that first of all, I'm not really yet saying goodbye. I'm still writing it, and I should really still enjoy it at the moment the way it is. And now I feel, yes, and it helped. Something in my head is switched and it helped. Now I'm moving further, so everything is inside the head. So this is kind of a reflection video through my I'll say 9 months. And though I'm still not quite done, I feel that because as I said, and I've written it in my Substack account, that because my goal is a bit, that my way is long, because my way is long, and because I still have far and a lot to go, I forget how much I have already gone through and went through, and the path I already made. It doesn't mean that this kind of, I don't know, Instagram positivity, that's not it. Honestly, this month was weird mostly because I was really paying attention to people, and it revealed so much for me. And at some point it was very, not discouraging, but it was hard to take and to accept certain realities. So that's my week. It's weird. I know, because it feels, I don't know why. Probably it's because to this that it's final weeks of the like school academic year, I feel that I would also not to grade my process. I can grade it. I don't want to, but I felt like putting a milestone how far I've gone. So thank you if you watched so far. Yes, if you resonate or you just want to support me, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you feel like it. I sincerely do enjoy reading your comments. So stay tuned for the next weekly recap next Friday. And that's all, folks.